Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Law Point. This is Renu Thomas, your host for this episode. In the previous episode, we explored about punishment of fine and imprisonment in case of default of payment of fine. When discussing about punishment, terms like execution, remission, suspension and commutation are commonly used. Today, we'll explore the meanings of these terms. We have with us Mrs. Praseena Elizabeth Joseph, advocate on record from the Supreme Court of India, to explain this. So let's watch this episode.
The criminal justice system not only enforces laws, but it also ensures fairness and compassion. When we discuss about punishment, the legal terminologies like execution of sentence, suspension of sentence, remission of sentence, commutation of sentence are often used. Today we'll see what are those terminologies mean. Execution of sentence means carrying out the punishment decided by the court. For example, if a person is convicted or sentenced for 2 years imprisonment, execution means the convict will begin serving those 2 years in prison. So it is the actual implementation of the court's decision. Suspension of sentence means there is a temporary pause in the actual implementation of the court's decision. Here the sentence is valid, but there is a temporary delay in execution of the sentence. Suspension of sentence can be because of various reasons. First of all, pendency of appeal against conviction. For example, if an accused is convicted for 2 years imprisonment and he appeals against that decision of conviction, then the appellate authority or the higher court can suspend the sentence till the appeal is resolved by the higher court. Second reason can be of medical grounds. For example, if a convict is suffering from serious illness, then the courts will suspend the sentence till the time the convict receives proper medical treatment, and thereafter the sentence will continue. For example, a convict has suffered heart attack, then the courts will suspend the sentence till the time the convict receives proper medical treatment or surgery, and after the successful recuperation, the sentence will continue to take effect. Third reason can be of compassionate grounds. If a convict is the sole bread earner of the family, then the courts will suspend the sentence to provide immediate support for the family. Fourth reason for suspension of sentence can be of administrative reasons. Sometimes delays in transferring the convict to an appropriate jail or prison can also lead to suspension of sentence during that period. The next legal terminology is remission of sentence. Remission of sentence means there is a punishment or sentence of imprisonment, but here the length of that sentence is reduced to a shorter period without changing the nature of the sentence. For example, if a convict is sentenced to a rigorous imprisonment for a period of 10 years, then if remission applies, then the length of that particular sentence of 10 years is reduced to 8 years, but still the convict has to undergo 8 years rigorous imprisonment. Here the nature of the sentence does not change, but the length of the sentence is reduced. Reasons for getting remission of sentence can include, first of all, good conduct. If a prisoner or a convict behave well in prison, then he can earn remission of sentence. Secondly, on humanitarian consideration. For example, elderly convicts may receive remission of sentence due to their old age. Another reason include rehabilitation. If a prisoner behaves well in the prison and shows progress in reforming, rehabilitation or remission can bring him back to the normal life in the society, then that is another reason for remission of sentence. Fourth terminology is commutation of sentence. Commutation of sentence means replacing the punishment with a lighter one. For example, death sentence commuted to life imprisonment, sentence of life imprisonment commuted to imprisonment for a particular year, or rigorous imprisonment commuted to simple imprisonment, etc. This can be granted by higher courts or by president or governor on receiving petitions for mercy from the convict or from his family or friends. Now let's see what the terminology parole means. Parole means a temporary release of a convict before his full sentence is served in prison. This temporary release is for a specific period and on certain conditions, and the prisoner need to return to the prison after the particular period is over. Here, the parole is granted for humanitarian or personal grounds like to attend important family function or medical illness, etc. For example, a convict is sentenced to an imprisonment of 10 years, and after 3 years serving in the prison, he applies for parole to attend his father's funeral. Then the officer concerned grants him 15 days of parole. So after the 15th day is over, the convict need to return to the prison. Now the next common terminology is probation. Probation is an alternative to imprisonment. Here the convict is released on probation under the supervision of a probation officer. The purpose of probation is to reform the convict who committed minor offenses and did not pose a danger to the society. For example, a person is caught stealing a small amount of money for the first time. Here, instead of sending him to prison, the court may put him on probation for a period of 2 years. During this period, he has to report to the probation officer, avoid criminal activities, he has to show good behavior, and stay employed. These are the important common legal terminologies used in the criminal justice punishment system. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Meet you in the next episode.